I just upcycled some t-shirt fabric from an old t-shirt, and so now I'm going to make a doll t-shirt. It's called the Trendy t-shirt, and the pattern is by Liberty Jane. I don't know if you can see that very well. There it is. And I got this from pixiefair.com. It's a free pattern, and they have free patterns there, and they also have a lot of very nice patterns that you can buy. And I will leave a link to the site down in the comments. But the pattern has 3 pieces, and I'm making the one for the 18-inch dolls, the American Girl size dolls, but you can download patterns for other sizes of dolls as well, including Barbies. So first thing I want to do is the back part I'm supposed to cut 2. The front part I'm supposed to cut 1, but I'm supposed to cut it on a fold. And then the sleeve, of course, I'm going to need 2. So the first thing I need to do is create a fold in my fabric so I can cut these pieces out. Now, because this is an upcycled t-shirt, it has a really nice hem on the bottom. So guess what? That hem is going to be the hem of my t-shirt. I'm going to save a little time. Okay, this is good. So I'm going to put that bottom edge right on the hem. Now, you'll notice on the pattern it says these are the fold lines for the hem. I like a longer t-shirt, and so I'm just going to go ahead and have the finished hem be on the bottom here. So lay my first pattern piece down and put a couple pins in it. A lot of people lay out every pattern piece at once and then cut them all out together. I am just going to do this one piece at a time. So right now working on the front of the t-shirt. Okay, now I have that cut out. I'm just going to show you, because I put it on the fold, that piece is going to be wide when you open it out. See, we have a front of a t-shirt here. Pretty awesome. Now I'm going to lay out the back, and once again I want to use that hemline. I'm not going to utilize the hem part for the sleeves because I want to, I don't have enough room in this piece to put both of them down, and also that's a pretty bulky hem for the size of sleeve we're going to have. So I'm just going to find another piece of the fabric. And, you know, it's tempting to cut it like this, but you want the sleeve, you want the fabric to stretch around the sleeve this way. It's not so important that it stretches this way. You really want the stretch this way. we have a front and a back. And so our first step is to do the shoulder seams. And what you want to do is you want to put the good parts on the inside. Now, typically with a t-shirt, if you didn't already have a hem in here, it wouldn't really matter because most of the time t-shirts are the same either way. But because I'm using this hem, there is a nice side and a less nice side. So I want to put the nice sides on the inside when I sew, so the seams will be on the inside. So just going to match up this shoulder. Pin it down. And you're going to notice when you pin the second piece down, it's going to overlap. That is perfectly okay. You're going to want it to overlap because when you use Velcro, you will want that Velcro to have a place to go. Taping this down, pinning, duh. All right, so our first two seams are going to be here and here. And because I love to hand sew, I am hand sewing this shirt. All right, patterns like for you to make your seams about 1/4 of an inch here. So try to keep your seams about the same size throughout the garment, because if you make your seams all different sizes, then the fit of whatever it is you're making is going to be weird. So we have these two sleeves. They need hems. So I'm going to turn them under before I attach them to the shirt and give them a quick hem. Okay, we have the front and the two back pieces together. We have our two sleeves hemmed. Now you are going to pin the sleeves to the sleeve holes. the nice side of the hem goes inside while you're doing this, but before I put it inside, I want to fold this in half because I want to find the very center of the sleeve. And I want to put a pin there. I'm going to show you why in a second. Okay, so very center of the sleeve is right here. Nice side. Okay, so nice side, nice side. I take the pin where I found the center and put it right there where that seam is. And I pin the two pieces together there. Then I take the end, pin it to where the sleeve hole ends. Take the other end, pin that to the other side. And then move the fabric around until you get everything lined up. And it may not line up perfectly, but remember that you have stretchy fabric and you can kind of work it together a little bit as needed. So I'm going to put one more pin here. And line up this side. Okay. One more pin. All right. Now, once again, 1/4 inch seam. Start from the beginning and just follow that edge. Status check. When we flip this over, oh look, and then when we fold that over to sew the side seam, check it out, it's looking like a t-shirt. Okay, so let's get that other sleeve in. almost to the side seams. One little thing left to do. But let's take a look first. Let's fold this shirt in half. Well, look, it's a little t-shirt with cute little sleeves. Okay. So I want to put a little hem in this neckline. Because this is t-shirt fabric, it's not 100% vital that you put hems in, but you know, it'll stretch out and not look quite so nice if you don't hem it, and especially if you use this a lot. So I'm just gonna fold it down 1/4 of an inch and give it a quick little hem. All right, now it's time for the side seams. So right here where you folded this, or where you sewed in the sleeve, you're going to put those edges of those sleeves together, pin, and then I would line up the hems together. Pin, and then match up the edges and put a pin or two in the center, and then just quick seam. Right now, we're going to look at the back. And there are a lot of different ways that you can close this off. Um, you can use snaps and go from top to bottom. You could sew it shut, but that head hole is not going to be big enough for your doll to get her head through there. So that would be kind of an exercise in futility. You could do buttons, but then that involves you making buttonholes, and those aren't exactly a walk in the park. So for doll clothes, it's easiest just to go to the Velcro. And I only have to hem one side. I'm going to hem the side that laps over. So give this side a really quick little hem. All right, we're applying the Velcro. I have the rough side on the side of the shirt that's going to be on the inside. It's facing out. And then the less rough side is going to be on the inside of the part that overlaps. I am using Velcro that is not sticky. Sticky Velcro is pretty awful to sew. It gunks up your needle and it makes it really hard to push through Velcro, the fabric. It would rather just push through your finger. Velcro the two sides together. And as you can see, my stitches on this side were quite a bit more dainty than my stitches on the other side because, you don't really want it to show. If you really want to do a good job of hiding those stitches, you could choose thread that is the same color as your fabric. I just chose white thread so you could see what I was doing. Okay, now for the model. All right. There she is wearing her little t-shirt. Looks good. Here's another repurposed t-shirt I sewed using the very same pattern. This one I sewed with the sewing machine. Once again, I want to thank Liberty Jane at pixiefair.com for the awesome free pattern. It is so versatile and they have it in multiple sizes, so you should definitely go to pixiefair.com and check out the patterns they have to offer there. Thanks again.